If you love talking about cats, but your friends and family are kind of over it, this is the podcast for you. Join your hosts, Danielle Stray Woolley and Elizabeth Calico Gearhart on the Jersey PodCats, where everyday cat lovers share funny stories, challenging situations, and ask their questions about cats. All right, let's get right into this episode.
Hello, everybody. I'm Danielle Woolley.
And I'm Elizabeth Gearhart, and we are
the Jersey PodCats, and we are joined with another special guest, Yvonne. Say hello.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, everyone.
And they've been hearing about you for a couple of weeks now, because I keep talking about how we got connected and just how wonderful it's been since being introduced and your experience with fostering. And we want to hear everything. We want to start by learning about your beloved Buttons, if that's okay.
That's quite okay. Buttons, I had Buttons for 18 years. And since he was a little kitty, and Buttons, we had to euthanize Buttons in May of 2022, which was a very, well, I wouldn't even say, it was hard. It was difficult, but we were prepared for it. And it was for the process because we knew it was actually coming. We were blessed to have him for so many years and so healthy for so many years. And then he was our baby and still is in our heart. When the time came, we were already prepared with what we were going to do. And so when it was done very beautifully and very intimate, and but it was still hard to part with Buttons. And so I just I never thought I would go get another cat. I just didn't think that would happen.
Of course, because you never want anyone to think you're replacing him. I know that's been a theme before, right, Elizabeth? Because you've had heart cats too that were difficult to.
Well, yeah. So when Checkers died, and for anybody seeing this on YouTube, she's in the general's uniform behind me. She's a cat.
Yes.
She was not only my cat, she was my husband's cat too. I mean, she loved him. Anyway, I have pictures of them together that are absolutely hilarious. Anyway, we buried.
You'll have to send me those for online. I want to see those.
Yeah, I will. We buried her in our backyard, and he would actually go talk to her grave. Like, we would go and talk to her, and she told me, you need to get another cat now. Even though I had two cats, she's like, you have to save another life. So that was, we didn't really need another cat. The two cats were fine. She was such a special cat, but I felt like we needed to save another life. So that's how we got Max, who ended up being quite the challenge with all his illnesses and stuff, but he's fine now. It's under control. So, yeah.
Wonderful.
So, Yvonne, you have a cat now.
Yes, I do. I do. And I'm going to speak about my Freckles. I did want to share. This is a pillow.
Oh, yes. I love that.
I have the Buttons, and the back gives you some snippets of all the different, journeys we went through together. And as I do with pillows, they're very inspirational to me and to those who, come encounter with them. I hug Buttons every morning. And then I go straight to Freckles.
That's so sweet.
Freckles is, and my husband, as you were saying, Elizabeth, my husband adored Buttons, and he truly adores Freckles. And he's like, oh, Freckles, you got my heart. And so I just wanted to also share that Jackie, when we met, we went out to lunch, and we talked about the possibility of, me getting another cat. And the words that stuck with me, Jackie said, look at this as you are honoring Buttons by giving another kitty a home.
That's so
And
sweet.
that was it, Danielle. And immediately everything just started moving from there. Everything started making even more sense to me. And the timing, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And Freckles has just kept coming, and he just takes over. And we love it. He's like a watchdog because he's at the window all the time looking at everybody, all the neighbors. I said, Freckles. And then when we come home, he's waiting by the window. And then when he sees when he see our car come up or my car come up, he gets off and goes to the steps and waits for me at the steps.
Oh,
yeah. It's interesting too. And it's funny. Sometimes they get the cats mixed up, as you guys, I think almost every other episode I mix up some of the cats just because there's so many. But he was one where he was actually in a foster room where we didn't have windows, unfortunately. So he probably was like, oh my gosh, I'm in a mansion now. Look at all these windows.
Yeah, and he has his food. He doesn't have to. He has no one else to, he doesn't have anyone else to a challenge for his food or anything. It's like, okay, this is my house. This is my pad. I can do what I want, and he does.
Yeah, because before, and he's so sweet, and I don't even know what the other word is. He's just he seems like in tune with people. Whereas where he was being fostered after he was moved from the room with no windows and he went to a new space, the foster family he had was great, but the other two cats they were fostering were just nuts. And they had so much energy, and he was just like, whoa, no, thank you.
And he gives all that energy to us. I tell you, he is like, oh my God, because
he could be himself now.
Yeah, the trees and all of the different those levels of scratch pads and everything. He jumps from the top to the bottom, and he's all over the place. But I will say, the first week, remember when you brought him over, and he went and he hid. And so we couldn't, find him, but we knew he was here because he would go to his litter box and he would go and eat his food. So we knew he was here, but we could not find him. I said, oh my God. I says, Bill, where's Freckles? We call him, and we knew he was here because he would come out and he would show evidence of him being here.
She'd be like, I haven't seen him, but there's pee in the litter box, so I know he's around.
Yes, it was like a week. Then one night, Bill was sitting up watching TV, and he saw Freckles' tail go by him. And he saw the tail, and he said, Freckles. And Freckles looked back at him and kept walking. And then after that, each day, he started appearing more and more and more. Now it's like,
yeah, it takes them a while. What blows me away, I had a cat that we adopted, and I could not find her. And I looked all over the house. I was worried she'd gotten outside. They just know how to hide. And then
spots you think they can't get to.
Yeah. And then I found her.
Exactly.
Yeah. Exactly. I found her behind a curtain that was the same color as she was almost. And there was just like a crack in the two curtains, and I saw a little green from her eye. And that's the only way I found her. Otherwise, I mean, it was just crazy. But where do you think that Freckles was hiding? Do you have any idea?
Oh, I know now, because he's in this room, which is the office, and which is really, we dedicated it to him, where his litter box is, where his food is and everything. Because I remember, Danielle, when you said it would be a good idea to just have a room set up for him, so he knows that's his safe place, whatever, and until he gets used to everything. And this is his, him and I, because I'm in here a lot, doing work. And he hid behind the and this is not a large room, but he hid behind the sofa. But he did it so magically
because it's against the wall.
And I can't get because we moved it, when we were looking for him, but we didn't find him. And so he
was hanging upside down. I'm getting this funny cartoon picture from the claws. He's just like, aha.
Exactly. And you know what? I would tell you, when we went last Saturday to take him for the adoption, And remember, I took a picture of him in the carry case, because we was, he was sitting in there. We'd had treats in there. We had some what do you call the little stuff that keeps them going, catnip. We had
Catnip.
that in there.
Mm.
And so he was in there sleeping. We had the gate open, the door open and everything. Then when we were getting ready to take him, all of a sudden he doesn't want to go.
He knew. I
He
knew that's
gets
where you were
out of
going with
there.
it. He just
He doesn't
knew.
want to go. And you know where he went? Back to his hiding place.
Mhm.
So we had to wait it was about 20 minutes until we convinced him to come out. What Bill did is that we have a laser, one of those laser lights
Oh
that
gosh.
they like to play with. I said, Bill, why don't you put the laser? Because he came out, but he wouldn't go into the cage. So I says, why don't you put the laser in, run it inside his cage? And that's what he did. And he finally went inside the cage trying to catch the laser. And
Oh.
Well, there
that's
you
when we
go,
were able
folks.
to
There's
put it
another
in.
tip on how to get your cat in the crate.
Yeah, that was
We
it.
have to, Brian and I, and too bad he's not here right now, but we have to like have a meeting about how we're gonna get the cats in the carrier. Like next Wednesday, I'm gonna whisper,
Mhm.
Tony and Derek both have to go to the
Mhm.
vet. And
Yeah.
they're just gonna know. So we
Yeah.
already said like we're gonna have to bring I'll have to bring the carriers out like today and just like
Yeah,
have
that's
Yes.
what.
randomly in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I can't do it in the same spot twice. So I was like, shoot, where did we do it last time I had to
Mhm.
bring them? Oh, we did it in the kitchen. Okay, so this time, you know what? We've never done it in your man room, your game room. So we're gonna do it in there because they're not really allowed in there. So they'll be like, oh, I'm
Right.
allowed in here. And there's nowhere for them to hide
Yeah.
in there. So
Yes.
wish us
Well,
luck. And it's
but
on my
then-
lunch hour,
Yes.
so it's got to go perfectly. Otherwise, the whole day's gonna fall apart.
Yeah, I tell you.
But that
'Cause
is one. Yeah, one thing you have to do, I think, is bring the cat carrier out
Mhm.
out,
at least
yes.
a couple days ahead of time. Yeah,
Mhm.
I always do that.
Yes.
Speaking of,
Yes,
Jackie
that's
has one of
when
my
you do that.
carriers.
Oh no.
I have to check to
Yes.
make sure I
Get
have
that
enough.
out.
Well, the last time I took
Mhm.
Max to the vet was just a couple days ago. I put the carrier on the kitchen counter and just left it there for a while. And then he climbed to the top of the cat tree because he knew, and I could barely reach the top of the cat tree. And then I reached up there to get him, and he like dug his claws in, and I'm like pulling him, and his claws are pulling back.
And I'm sure you asked the vet, hey, can you clip his nails while he's there so that he's easier to catch next time?
So,
I tell you.
yeah.
What
They
is-
are incredible.
What is something silly that he's done? You just shared a couple, but is there anything that stands out of something where you're like, my gosh, I can't believe this cat just did that?
Well, he has a thing in the middle of the night. He just runs through the apartment. I mean, and then he jump on the bed and oh, well, you know what he does? He has this habit when he's ready to eat, because at a certain time in the morning, he likes his food, for the day, the start of his day. He likes his food about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. And so
Which is funny
he
because I
has
know
this
for a
thing,
fact he didn't get fed till like 11 in the morning at his old foster home.
I'm he does this with us, but I trick him sometimes, and I make it later sometimes because I pull the covers, because my husband works 2 days a week now because he's semi-retired. He's not retired like me yet, but Freckles he gets up at 4:30 in the morning, so he'll bother him for those 2 days, and then the other days I don't have to get up that early. But what he does is he nudges me, and his head is so hard. He almost nudged me out of the bed, and he's like nudging me. So I have to put the covers over my head,
And play
but he
dead.
finds a way to nudge. And the cutest things they do, and you have to be careful too. That the paws, they did cut his nails down and everything. But the cutest things I think all the cats do is when they just put their paw on your face, and you got to be very careful. It's not, they don't, but
They get too
they
excited.
know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. But the cutest thing when they come up to you and they put their little paw on your face, and I think that's the most precious thing.
Aw. I know
Yeah.
That's the
my
most
cats do
precious.
that. Derek does tap you. Like if he jumps up on the counter, I don't care, people. If you come to my house, the cats are on the counter.
Yeah.
But when he jumps on the counter, if you don't pay attention to him, you start walking by, he'll go, "Hi," and he'll just like start smacking you. Like, "I'm here, give me attention, please." Or when Brian's working in that chair, he'll scream
Yeah.
up the back. It's like a little thing he does all the time now. And he'll peek around and he'll smack my husband like that while he's
Yeah.
playing. For whoever's
I
not
love it.
on YouTube, we look ridiculous right now, just so you know.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Well, this
That's
was
great.
really, really wonderful. Is there anything else that you'd like to share about your experience, or maybe a tip for if other people are hesitant to foster and they're like, you know what, maybe I want to give it a try?
I would say to take your time. Uh, Take your time and talk to people. Talk to people who are cat owners or pet owners, and those who have experience with rescue um, uh, cats. Talk to them because you learn so much more. And pet owners in general, I always say, are a special kind. You have to be special. I mean, really extra special when you love animals, when you love pets. And so talk to those people, and because their conversation is so much different than a person who they can take it or leave it with an animal,
That's
Yeah.
so true.
Yeah.
so talk to them because there's something in those conversations that comes out that really confirms some things that you may not be sure about or have some unrest about from losing a pet that you love, or you want to just adopt a pet or another one. When you talk to people that have had those experiences, they're going to give you the grit and they're going to give you the truth. And that's the truth that's going to help you make a decision that is going to be lasting. So,
So true. Love
Yeah.
it. And then if you'd like, just because I think they're so special, would you like to tell us a little bit more about, the work that you're doing with the inspirational pillows? Like I know you just showed us that beautiful pillow
yeah.
of buttons. Feel free, or any way people can connect with you.
Oh, thank you. So, you know, we connect, and of course, I know both of you ladies, and through my connection with Lisa
Mm-hmm.
Ascalise, and
We love
when
her.
I
I
first
feel like she
met
gets a shout
Lisa,
out in every other
I tell you,
Oh,
episode.
she should. Yeah.
always, she is just, oh God, she is just so amazing. And I've only known her, I think, about 2.5 years, and I feel like I've
Oh,
known her.
really?
Yeah.
Yes, and I feel like I've known Lisa over 20 years. That's the connection. And I said when we met on a business venture, of course, but it became. And I said I look at what I do as a relationship, because through the relationship, it may not always be a sale, but it is a connection. It's a relationship that's lasting through other things. It's that thread that keeps going and
Right.
keeps going and keeps giving and keeps giving. So my business is living the life I dance about, inspirational pillows and designs. And that I've had my business for over 12 years now. And I specialize in creating an experience for you on a pillow. Anything that you can think of, anything you desire, I can create it for you on a pillow. And it's something that's lasting, and it's a conversational piece forever. Uh, it's not just putting a picture on a pillow, it's receiving the inspiration that you're feeling for whatever that occasion is that you're doing, that you want to happen. I take those moments with you and just start creating a journey that can be seen and be held and embraced forever. And I get so much joy from it. Right now, someone came to me, and I never say I can't do something. So I do canvas pillows, canvas art as well. I'm doing now a kneeling pillow for someone for her prayer group, and I just finished it. We just anointed it, and it is absolutely amazing. And I thanked her for trusting me to do that for her. And so that's my main business. That's my main business. And through that business, I met Lisa. I met you, Danielle. I met
And
you,
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth.
Yeah.
I met Jackie, and I just keep meeting. I tell you, this you can't put a price on this. What we're doing right now, you can't put a price on it. You can't.
No.
You
And the
can't.
bonus is we all love animals too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well,
And I tell, and you know what? Because of you guys, I tell everyone else, because so many people, my church, my friends, everyone knew, how, my love for buttons, and like, are you ever going to get another cat? You got to, da, da, da. I said, I don't know. And the tears would come out of my eyes. I said, I don't know. And now when I tell them what happened, they said, oh my God. So my experience can extend to them doing something in the same manner. Yeah.
love it.
Absolutely. We got to get the word out. This is a good way to get
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for the
you.
beautiful work you're doing too. I light up every time you talk about it because I love watching you light up.
Thank you. I'm gonna see. Let me see if I can get.
If you could get him, yeah.
Because he's here. He's sleeping. Say hi to him.
Well, I had Max put his foot on my foot earlier.
Yeah.
And Kushi's sleeping over here. Kushi was on our last episode.
Freckles Snoot, because he usually be up on the he gets up on the counter, but then when I'm having
there he is.
Freckles. Oh, he's beautiful. Oh my gosh.
And it actually it looks like his freckles all healed up. From what I could see.
Yes. They kind of like all healed up. I do, get a little damp cloth, and he lets me do what I need to do. When I get his set him up with a vet out here, because now since he's mine, he's ours. You belong to me, Freckles. So
he's like, not during my nap time, I don't.
Yeah, I tell you, right? And usually he fusses with me, to get up on like what he's doing right now. He's actually on the
I can hear clacking
now, right? And you can't see, but he's sitting here. This is what he does sometimes when I'm trying to do work. But
they love to walk on computers.
Yeah, but
he looks beautiful, and it's so cool to see what love can do for the animal to the human and the human to the animal, and that's all I'll say.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's nice. So one of the things, really quickly, one of the things Jackie says is, she said, I can't wait to get home to my babies. And I said, Jackie, I can't wait to get home to Freckles either. So,
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here, and thank you everybody who's listening. We'll have information how you can connect and learn more about Yvonne and her work, and check us out on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. I almost said podcasts. And you can visit us at thejerseypodcats.com. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thanks so much for listening. Let's keep the conversation going. Give this podcast a rating so other cat lovers can find it. Connect with the Jersey PodCats on social media, or visit thejerseypodcats.com and leave a message sharing a story or question about cats. Thanks again for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next episode.